Okay, let's try this. I haven't, tried programming on a video before, so this should be new. Okay, so I think I updated collection here. Script manager, I'm gonna put that in, and let me just do this. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. This is the first time I'm using my own IDE in a recursive way, because I'm editing this software program from itself. And editing like that is probably, well, it might not be the best idea, but why not? Why not try it, Okay, so when was the last time I used this? A while ago, actually. Okay, and what if I just drag this down and let me adjust the scene height to be a little bit taller, like 950. 950, and I guess I also have to adjust it here. Well, actually, my webcam is down here, so maybe I won't adjust it that far. Maybe I'll adjust it to 700 or something. Yeah. Okay, and one of the things I have to do, I'm gonna name this script manager, right? Script manager left. There we go. Okay. Let me get rid of ontology, worker, population substrata. Yeah. Oh, I have this fun mouse. That's fun. Well, it's not really a mouse. I guess it's like a hamster. It doesn't have a tail. So, yeah. I actually set this to be taller. Sorry, this isn't really that exciting. I know. This is my own code editor, and I'm editing the software from itself, which, is pretty funny, but let's think. So if I go over to, what do I need to do? I need to go over to UF.js and then edit the script manager itself, right? To have localization. No, that's just localizing things. Actually, maybe I shouldn't do that right now. I should make it so, okay, private script manager.js. How did I add it here? Oh, it's truly split. Okay, that's weird to think about. Let's go over here, and let's say, what do I need? Okay, open, find and replace. Okay, open, find, replace, split instance. This isn't localized yet. I do want to have node editors come in. So let me just try that. Okay. Can I just call it like that? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think so. This is a really weird editor. I kind of get that. But this is my node editor, which is I can do things is equal, right? And then it's just variable 5.5, because it's Annie, I guess. And then I can log that. Where are you? Forget using my node editor that much. Just like this, and then I run you? Not quite. It's not a function. Huh. Oh, well, maybe I need to set the numbers first. Oh. Is that there? Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, now it's logging. Now it says true. Maybe it just takes a little bit to get used to. I don't know. Okay, anyways, this is my node editor, which is like, fine. So split instance, split node editor, I guess we can do something like this. Oh, this is like really weird to think about. So, okay, split node editor, right? Let me put this in JSON. Split node editor. This instances push, and then I'm going to do a new node editor with single node options. And then I can reload this, I guess. Well, it seems like kind of a waste, but let's just okay, let's try reloading. See what happens. Nope. Does it not? VE script manager is not defined. Okay, what happens if VE script manager? Oh, yeah, this is the problem with trying to update it from itself. Oh, this is the wrong repo, I think. The problem with trying to update it from itself is that if you mess up, you can't reopen the script manager. That's real dumb. I should have a way of getting around that. So, okay. Where is this? Because I forgot to add a JSON comma. This is in SVEA. Core framework. No, it's in UF. Sorry, I'm just like kind of tired all the time, which I know it's weird. I program a lot. It should be in here. Okay, there we go. Is there a so open node? No, node editor. There we go. Split node editor. See, I forgot a comma, so it's broken. Okay, now if I reload this, here we go, and that's like just fine. Which, you know, why is it so wide? What? Okay, I need to save like the view settings. And I can now split node editor. Settings, appearance. So this is like one of the reasons that I normally don't do this. Like, okay, I am forgetting how to use my own code editor. Okay, that's fine. Let me split off another instance. There we go. So, that should be fixed now. Let's try to not reload that much, because it can break. Or maybe we should just like edit things that are not like super critical. Like, no mistakes allowed programming, which, you know, it's not that good. Okay, let's think about what else I need to do. So one of the options is, I mean, I should probably add that as like an option, which is like, allow other instances. Actually, I should put this here. Do not allow other instances. Do not allow other... Oh yeah, the green bar here indicates what's saved or not, which, you know. So if the green bar is here, that means it's saved. Right, so if I go down to, I can just add a limit, I think. Split node editor, limit, list not options that do not allow other instances. And this is like what determines if the button is correct. I should really add a linter to my node editor. One of the cool things is that it has its own find and replace system, like this. And I can just do something like test, and it does scan like files like this. Okay, yeah. So, and I can jump to these, which, you know, is pretty cool, I guess. But I don't know, like, how fluid it is. So, okay, let me try something. Since this, if anybody is curious what's going on, I'm trying to program like my own code editor. Okay, this kind of works. Not really. I mean, does it save like the code forwarding? So if I go down to 561, I jump back, that saves. If I minimize run, that does also save. So it's just when I reopen it in another instance that it doesn't save. Which is like, you know, come on, right? Let me close you. I wish there was a minimize button. I should add a minimize button, but like, then where would the windows go? I guess they would like just hide the content, maybe? Okay, let's think about that. So for a minimize button to work, I do kind of need some GFX for that. So I could add like a minus button here, but then it just feels kind of like, you know, like obnoxious, I guess. Maybe it should be like a manual flag, like allow minimize. That could work, I guess. Yeah. I will think about that. Let me add that to my to-do list. Should I? Yeah. Okay, Obsidian takes a while to load. That's a nice button to. Why am I spelling it like that? Just because, like, I'm supposed to? Because that's the style guide here. Okay, add a minimize button to window as an optional toggle. Manager should use it since it takes up a lot of space. There we go. Okay, I'll just add that to my to-do list. And let me. Okay, why am I like forgetting everything? There we go. Okay, that's fine. So let's push this aside. Okay, this is like how you minimize it, I guess. I mean, it's not very good, but it will do for now. Let's open up one of our save files, which I actually need to move you over here. So this is also a map editor. Wow, it's both. It's a map editor and a code editor. Wow, unbelievable. Do I have manual commits on? I do. Okay. It's now 197.80. Where did I leave this off? So, I'm just like cleaning up Cleopatra geometries over here. It's not that impressive, really, but this is also my map editor. I programmed both of these. I program everything I use, apparently, except Notepad, because, I don't know, nobody programs Notepad. Where did I get 197? Okay, we can toggle on, like, let me move this somewhere, it's better. I can toggle this on, and let me disable map mode interactivity. Okay, yeah, that seems fine to me. I'm just like manually going through all the frames. So where did this leave me off? This left me off at 197, which is like 197. Okay, it's 126 frames in out of 508. So that puts me at 24.8%. That's actually pretty good. So let's let me just like take a look at 207 as the next frame. So this is how I'm currently digitizing these maps, which is like, well, not digitizing, but like translating them into a format I can use. Okay, so let's set the date to 207. Gothia? Is that a thing? Like, okay, Gothia. It is a thing. Okay, this is Cleopatra. But you can see like these are the original borders, and part of the problem with like the original borders is that they just aren't very good, especially since they don't like mask the coastline that well. So I'm having to do this normally, which, you know, that's fine. Let me set simplify to 0 and then node. So this is like where I'm actually going to be editing things. So you can see here, like the coastline isn't really that well masked, and so that is just like what I'm fixing, pretty much. There is also the Goths, which I guess I'm going to be renaming to Gothia for whatever reason. So one of the cool things I can do is I can do this, I think. And then I can like move this geometry to brush. Like look at that, right? And then I can grab node. And I can like, let me just toggle that off real quick. I can like delete this. Oh wait. Let me just update that. Okay, there we go. And I can just delete this. And then I can re-add the boundary so that it clips. Like the clip is fine. This I'm not a huge fan of. This like, you know, boundary. Let me just simplify this. We're editing. Don't worry. These are, the borders aren't very precise, but that's fine. Like, okay, did this change? I think so. Let me just check. So we have Chow Chow taking over everything. East Asia. Did I put this in the Han? It shouldn't be in the Han Dynasty bucket, to be honest. It should be like in some Warring States bucket. I can just rename that. Warring States. There we go. Chow Chow. That's fine. Is Liu Bei gone? Liu Bei is gone. Okay, poof. And Lu Bu is also gone. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so nervous about using my own software. I shouldn't be like this. I trust my own software, right? It's the best option there is. Like, there's no better option for keyframing stuff because apparently nobody thinks about time and geography like the same way, which is sad. Like, I think about it similar to video editing, because you're also dealing with geometry there. Okay, so. Actually, why did I do this? Why did I do that? I forgot I had the node transfer brush. So, what did I do? I had you, I want to say you. And I also had one other. So what's hidden? Not you. Protector of the Western regions. Gun Chow. Okay. There we go. And what I can just do is, I'm sorry, I've been really out of the loop lately. From geometry, and I can just transfer everything that Gun Chow owns to you. And then I can just do the same for the others. Was I around when these power tools were added? I think I was. I want to say that I was. And then we can also transfer in from Lu. So, there we go. That's a lot quicker. See, does anybody else have geometry tools like this? No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure that it must, surely it must exist somewhere, right? Like, you're telling me that this is totally unprecedented? I don't believe that. If I implemented that, I'm like the least competent programmer on Earth. Let's put in... Yeah, I need to select you. Okay, I'm just going to do like one frame as an example of what's going on. So you're done. Is there anything else I need to keep track of? Oh yes, I do need to transfer some do over to you. There we go. Okay, what else is new in this world of 207 AD? Parthian Empire retakes everything up to like the Syrian border. Okay, that's fine. And I will also do a transfer from Roman Empire to you. This feels like matte painting, to be honest. Well, it is matte painting. It's so therapeutic, right? Like, oh, it's not really a green strategy game, but you know, this is what I'm concerned with. Like this really pointy thing. You see how that happens? It's because of degenerate geometries, which isn't an insult. It's just a problem that I need to fix, like down the line. Okay. I'm sure there's some changes I'm missing out on, but you know, it's fine. Right? Okay, there we go. Roman Empire. Any changes here? There's a Champa. Shishe. Is that a thing? Do I have that in here? Yes. Is there anything new? No, I don't think there is. There's a Champa though. Let me just disable my. Okay, no, I have it enabled. Let me just. Can I select you? Do I have to do that? Do I have to toggle you on? Why am I not allowed to select you? Okay, that's fine. For whatever reason, that kind of breaks. I don't know why exactly it breaks. Like, solving hard problems on video is a little bit much, because I'm using somebody else's library, which is MapTalks, for this. And so, you know, again, I have just no clue how that library like interfaces if I render geometries through an array, which is what I'm doing. So we can just manually draw this out. Well, my clicking is like not super precise. But yeah, this is still really capable software, I guess. At least for historical geometries. It's not all the way there when it comes to geoprocessing. Okay, we have that. Is there anything else I need? No. Doesn't look like it. I couldn't see, like, once you do one frame, it's really hard to stop yourself from, like, doing the next frame, right? So this is 207, 207, 215. Why do I have so much stuff open on my side image viewer? Do I have anything selected? No? Okay. 215. And I mean, honestly, the Sasanian Empire is just like some rogue enclave in the Parthians. That historical. Let's save that. But, okay. You know what? Maybe I will solve this problem. So, okay, we're back here. And let me just split my instance. There we go. And let me run this here. Yeah, okay. And I want to put you up here. I don't know why my mouse is like rogue selecting stuff. That sucks. That sucks, dude. Okay, let me put you. Let me put the camera here. And I don't want to be working on Script Manager. I want to actually change the appearance here to go down to 550. Well, maybe 700. 650. 650 is fine. And I will go over to back. Is it me, or are things lagging more? Like when I have a bunch of stuff in the background, it seems to lag a bit. Like you can see there's some jank, right? Which is fine. But at the same time, whatever. Also, if I mark these sources as included, they have like so much stuff in them that it will just, you know, it will be crazy. It will just break. You can see like I have like SETAC, World Bank, Hide, Running Reality, or Viewing, everything. So that's a problem. But that's fine. You know, like I work on not Earth systems modeling. I just work on like historical statistics. There's going to be a lot of stuff that other people don't have to deal with. So what was I thinking about? Right, I have to go to core and then manage map modes. I want to say I should have added like a data, no, user, there it is. I should have added like a file search to my file explorer. I'm starting to have like an existential crisis. Like, why did I program my own file explorer? Right? Why did I program my own file explorer? Also, I should be opening this in left instance, honestly. Why did I program my own file explorer? Why did I program my own code editor? I don't know. Because I can, I guess. That's the answer. Also, everything is like more integrated if I do it this way, to be fair. So that's my personal reason. Class, yep. Okay. Multi-file documentation works just fine. Finish class body. So one of the things that I need to do, it's hard to see because I can also see my webcam. I have bitrate. I can like make this transparent, but then it looks like LCD burning. Right? Oh my gosh. Wait. I can't set this to any more than like 9? What? Okay. That's fine. I'll just be transparent like Ghost can't. Ghost can't. Okay. Draw. Set geometries. Yeah, I know this is not ideal, but like honestly, okay, let me look this up. Bitrate. Set transparency to 0%. This is my second monitor. Control-Shift-0 doesn't work. GitHub issue. GitHub issue. Control-Shift-0 doesn't work. Okay, it's actually more complicated than I thought. Everything is more complicated than you think, right? Am I going to solve this, though? Maybe. Or maybe not. What? Why? Okay. Bitrate. About. Control-Shift. Number between 1 and 0 on the top row. Thank you. That's really nice of you, but Control-Shift-0 doesn't work. So. Well, you know what? That's fine. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to be a ghost cat. Ghost cat. Okay. Never let perfect be the enemy of good enough. So, I need to solve like the map mode problem. And I think my map mode problems, didn't I put it in common? Yeah. And the specific map mode I'm having here is Pontius Cleopatra. Okay, why is Blockly? No. Why are you showing up? Did I ask for you to show up? Probably not. Let me just minimize that. That's another thing I can do. I can do lots of things now that I think about it. Actually, out of curiosity, what happens if I drag something in here? Blockly to Monica, no. Nope. I think this is actually fine to load into Blockly. There we go. Look, you can see it. This is the block logic version of the map mode that I'm using. This works on an abstract syntax tree. I know that's a lot of fancy words. There's like so much you can do. Like I have three-way logic. Does anybody else do three-way logic? No, but you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't want to synchronize you. Get out of here. Okay, so let's think about this. I am generating a Polides client Patriot UI. No doubt that's coming from somewhere else. That's coming from UI event. See, this is a problem. I'm trying to run map software and a code editor at the same time in like the same window, and it's single-threaded. Core UI map modes. Oh, I put this in histmap, I think. Yeah. I'm real dumb. Sorry, guys. Let's load that in. Okay. So, let's see what's going on. Render them on the map. That's fine. It passes the array to the map, right? So what I'm actually trying to do is let me look up like the API for this in the background. So, okay. I have tolerance 0, 1, simplify. Here. Choice POI. Oh, I'm using the POI for the labels. Okay. Let's create a JSON for it. I think what I should be doing is I should be adding like the ability to reorder map nodes instead. Reorder map nodes. Okay, so the way that would be done. Oh, I just realized I have like a convenient little place here. Event map. I think it might be event map, which is nuking everything. Like this could be it. Creates new geometry. But I mean, this should all be like, okay, let me just minimize this. This should all work in like the sense that I come up here, and I save this, so this isn't a big deal. But everything is hidden. But everything is shown. Okay, that's fine. Everything is hidden now. And I cannot click on any of this. I need to do that. I need to fix that bug, is what I need to do. Okay, so when the map mode is getting passed in map mode interactivity, is it disabled? It's not disabled. So the event map should be fine, right? Okay, you know what I actually need to do? What I actually need to do is to open inspect element so I can see everything. Okay, there we go. And okay. What? How did I? Okay. Sunset map mode dot instances. Everything is in dot instances. I should have known that. So I hope everything is running fine. I'm not like giving away anything. No, I'm not giving away anything. Yeah, I do have like a little chat bot in the background. I like to ask chat bots for documentation stuff. Which maybe isn't the best idea. But, like, I can't be bothered to read through everybody's, like, flawed documentation these days. This is just the reality of computer programming. Not that I'm a computer programmer. I just work on JavaScript. Right? Okay. Cleopatra UI. This is fine. We have geometries. There is an event map. And yet, if I disable brush, I still can't do it. What if I disable brush and reload? No. But everything has an event handler. It's all enabled false, though. Right? Wait. No. Am I going crazy? So you have an event map. Click. Context. Beyond Han, right? So it's here. I try clicking on you and it doesn't work. Yeah, I can see it on top. That's telling me that it might be something with brush. Let's go there. So if it's something with brush, okay, I do need to get a framework user brush. Okay. It's probably this. Speaking of which, I do need to move everything. So, well, I mean, can it be because of that? But like the brush is disabled. Is it because I'm in Node? Is it like because I'm this dumb? No. Brush is default. It's disabled. Yet it doesn't pass through. This is like a true mystery. Let's check this. So you're going to hit detect true. I think it's a node issue. It's like a node brush issue. That's kind of the problem. So, if a tool, right? Why is this theme so bad? Oh my gosh, the theme is so bad. What can I change it to that's like better? Sometimes I like to use Tomorrow Night 80s, but it sucks on this view. Chrome DevTools? Ugh, Chrome DevTools looks really terrible. Remember is not bad for like. I mean, it is actually pretty bad because the stuff isn't getting colored. GitHub, no. Dracula, no. You know what? GitHub Dark. We're just going to change it back to GitHub Dark. Actually, none of these are good. Wow, why do all of them suck? Katzenmilch. Wow, that looks also awful. Can I change my theme to like... No. Okay. Is this any easier to see? Somewhat, I guess. Okay. This feels depressing. This theme feels depressing. Herbivore. Herbivore soft. What's the difference? Nord. Nord also feels depressing. But you know what? It's fine. Let me save the settings. Map mode interactivity seems to break. But why could it happen? Well, one of the ways we could fix this is if we totally re-rendered the geometries, right? But at the same time, this is so we're creating the geometries. Are these like new geometries? These are new geometries. Right? Oh. I see exactly what's going on. It's trying to call draw here, and it's trying to return the geometries that result from this. But this.geometries equals this.geometries.concat. And render them on the map. We don't need this. That's for sure. So this is pushing it to .geometries. But is this .geometries ever cleared? I mean, this .clear. Clear map first. .geometries I.remove. So it is getting removed, right? But what happens if I, for example, take this and we have the special function class objects, right? So what if I take my class object, I need to do that, and I instead check Patreon. Let me just check that it has an instance with a class object. Right. And I'm going to delete that. So let me so now I've deleted it. I've removed it. Instance, this is still... I'm extra clumsy today. I am extra clumsy today. GeoJSON object geometries. It still has the geometries when I unload them. Why is that? Like, shouldn't the geometries be entirely cleared? Okay. Now what if I do this? What if I delete you? Okay, so it's been deleted. And then I re-enable you. Does the click-through handler work? No. Okay, well, that was worth a try. So what if I look at u, special function dot instance dot geometries. There are no geometries. That makes sense. But there are still geometries in the class object. Which I deleted. Okay, well, clearly that's not the cause of it. Right? Clearly this is getting put flag, class geometries, set geometries hide. Could it be because I'm nuking event map? I'm nuking event map, and this is causing all my problems. I think this is like... Okay, so really there's a way to do this without nuking event map. Listen to events. Talks remove event listeners. The off, the dot off seems to with no arguments. Let me check that. So okay, geometry, right? And there's allegedly an off dot off with no arguments. That could be true. Local geometry dot off. Okay, so this is saved. And I'm going to try reloading. Reload! Whoa, my face instantly lights up because of how bright the screen is. Atlas. Boom, hierarchy. Loading in. Remove you, hide you. Okay. And that's fine. Now when I disable you, it doesn't seem to work. Okay, but why don't you work? So dot off isn't right. I guess now we found out dot off is incorrect. Okay, but surely there's some other thing I can do than dot off. Events off, separated by space of more than one. Handler, context of the handler. So it's an eventable. Isn't not meant to be used directly? You have a copy event listener, so why don't you have like a way for me to get rid of event listeners? What if I just specify like every single event? Like, could that work? I mean, probably not, but yeah, what about like config? Like, if I set the config, technically speaking, if I set the config, okay, why are you not there? There we go. It's like, so you have u.instances.geometries.instance.geometries. What is the first geometry in here? The first geometry is the Kingdom of Kush. Kingdom of Kush, huh? Well, if I go here, you have an okay, instance.geometry 0. Yeah, Kingdom of Kush. Now, if I set your config to be interactive false, what happens? Now I can no longer click you. So that's the answer. The answer is to go in here, and instead of .off, it is .config interactive false. That doesn't disable the doesn't disable the problem, I don't think. But, like, that's fine, I guess. This is static draw. But, like, of course, we want this to look like this, where this is false. And I don't know why I'm coding like this. This is false, disable map mode interactivity. It should be dot disable. That should be not main settings, disable interactivity. And then I should save it. And then let's reload. Okay, Atlas. And I have you on, right? This is like disable map mode interactivity. Why did I do that? Okay, disabled, enabled, disabled, enabled. Okay, and hopefully that fixes like the glitch. I mean, of course I won't know unless I do like a second frame, right? I do a second frame of like the whole thing. So, this is 21580. Let's do a second frame and let's see if it breaks. If it breaks, then the fix doesn't work. But I should push a prim fix. Push prim fix for there we go. And it's going to commit. And then let's think about this. So, what should I be doing? I should be... Why did I do that? No, I want you to be... Whoa! Colonies? Atlas. That's not what I wanted to do at all. But it's fine. Can I undo that? Can I reassign you? Please? Please let me reassign you. Nope. Okay, that's whatever. We can reload this. It might cause some extra lag. Let's just reload it normally. There we go. Hierarchy. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to click U. I also need to get rid of map mode interactivity. Node, simplify 0. Sasanian Empire, Parthian Empire. Okay, so this is what we would consider to be not Central Asia. Right? I guess I would consider it to be West Asia. West Asia. Of course, I want to hide Anatolia. Unless... You know, Osirene. You know, Osirene seems to be annexed. Right? Yeah. So, Roman Empire. No transfer. Kingdom of Osirene. There we go. And just do that. Okay, what else? Sasanian Empire now seems to be a thing, which means that I have to select West Asia. New polygon. And Sasanian Empire. My E key is broken on my keyboard. It's like slightly broken, not a whole ton. I'm going to put you up here. I'm going to do a node transfer from Parthian Empire. Okay. What else do we have that changed? Again? Okay, so Roman Empire also lost some geometry in Scotland. I'm going to have to get rid of that. There we go. What else? feel like I should be fixing like the Gothia stuff. Let's go to default. So name change to Gothia, which is here. And I do want to get rid of you. But I need to select that. Okay. There we go. And then I can go back to 215, right? You can't select geometries when you're in the node brush, unfortunately. Which sucks. But, you know, that's the way it is. 215. You look fine, you look fine. Indo-Greeks is like an artifact, I think. I'm kind of just... This is kind of vibes-based, but it's what it is, right? Okay, let me get my microphone closer to my mouth so that people can like hear me a little bit better. Okay, Shaka Dynasty. I do want to transfer in. So, here we go. And what else? We have Liu, Zhang, Zhang Liu. Sorry, my Chinese is not like up to snuff. I don't really think about it that much. Chow Chow has annexed all of Ma Teng. So let's get a transfer of Ma Teng to Chow Chow. And there we go. And we also have some elements of Zhang Liu being transferred. Yeah, what about Liu Zhang? Does he have anything? Liu Biao. Liu Bie has everything. Okay, who is that? Liu Bei was a Chinese warlord. Okay. Gun Shao? What? I'm getting lost. Who's like the successor? Liu Biao? Maybe? I guess. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't think it is. That's the easiest to do. So we will do Liu Biao, so Liu... Oh wait, no. No, I'm totally wrong. Okay, you here. You're the one that actually needs to transfer from... I already have it. It's just like not spelled correctly. Which is funny. Anyways. Yeah, transfer from Liu Biao. I hope my algorithms work. Okay, they do. Liu Zhang. Everything I do is like a trust of faith in myself. And I'm not super faithful in it. Because, like, at the end of the day, is this actually Eastern Wu? Sun Quan. What? Why did I get rid of... Okay. Liu Biao. Okay, I should have thought about that. Anyways, everything I do is like a trust of faith in myself. Because I programmed all the software on screen. It's literally like... Okay. Why? Because I self-selected? Why did I self-select? So if you don't know, there's multi-select on this map editor, which is mostly used for styling. So like you can set multiple geometries to have like the same color. Yeah. Okay. What do we actually have here? Okay, that's weird. I should be asking for a node transfer for this remaining part. Here we go. Liu Biao. Back on the map. Why? So when I click this again, why is it going, why is it, huh? I could have sworn it's not how it's meant to be. Is it a toggle? Why is it a toggle though? Do I have to release control? That's weird. I shouldn't have to release control. Okay. What else do I have to do? I have to fix up, that's fine. Shanbei, is that any bigger? The Greeks looks fine. Champa. I guess technically this is just another like successor to Han Dynasty. Okay, what about you? Sumerians look fine. Huns look fine. Yemen, Kataban is gone. When did it disappear? Wait. When did the U disappear? Because I need to like double check everything. This is painstaking. This is going to take forever if I keep going like this. Gone by 207. Gone by... No, I don't know. 197. 165. Still here. So 165, 184. Gone by 184. And I will select Hadramaut. No. Thank you. Let me cancel you. Hadramaut is here. Node transfer from Kataban. There we go. And then I come back to the present, which is not 165, but 207, 215. Is it 215? I think it's 215. Okay, and that's still fine, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we have another frame done. And now this is the moment of truth. If this moment of truth works, I end the stream. Moment of truth is disable you. No. Okay, I can't end the stream. I cannot click on you because disable. Oh, yeah, I'm done. It works. It works. Everything. I ran my map editor. I edited a frame, and like, I can still do this. Okay, since I can still do this, I do want to show like what something I can do, which is like, let me reload this, right? So I get a Cleopatra Polities, and it doesn't work because it doesn't go after 2023. 1900, I click on Austria. Oh, I can create a new layer. Austria Hungary. I create you, move geometry to brush, boom. And then I can simply say, okay, that this doesn't line up. Why is my simplify so weird? I can simply brush you in. Whoops. Okay. And then once I brush you in, I can do things like change the fill color, stroke color, width, and make the width really wide, 20. Wow, that looks weird. And I can, this is just like something I can do. That's totally possible. I can also toggle off the map mode. Okay, maybe 20 is a bit wide. Maybe let's go back to 1. And toggle on and off the map mode. This doesn't look right, but whatever. I can create a new tile layer. I can put this to be kind of dark all. 1. Apply its base layer. See? And then I can do my live map which I have to run the live map worker again, but this is fine, right? I haven't been doing the live map worker since like 96 hours ago, right? But this is something I can do. I can run a scraper to just like get everything. Austria-Hungary is here. Austria-Hungary is here in the map editor. That's funny to think about. How is naval traffic these days? What? What? There's more U.S. naval traffic? Hang on, how long ago is this? 3 days. Another landing combat ship is headed for the Middle East. Is this like the joke? Where's the USS Tripoli now? Well, the USS Tripoli is in like the Arabian Sea, but yeah, this is like my mail tracker, pretty much. I have a mail tracker for reasons. Because I can do this. So this is what the other map node is, if anybody is curious. But also, this other map node is, to be honest, kind of glitchy. Like, I just disabled it, but you can see that it takes, like, it's pretty janky still. So, yeah. Well, maybe I can fix that. Like, I can open up my script editor, and I can go to map modes. By the way, is this formatted correctly? I feel like there's some formatting issues. Let me commit Naissance real quick. Naissance save file. I feel like there's some sort of formatting issues when it comes to... let's load in live map collection. And you can see this is why the local draw is kind of ruining this. Okay, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Visibility is enabled return. For draw is only active if map mode is. Redraw. But then it's like this, right? Draw, redraw, config object.geometries, instance set geometries. I should have something that calls upon hiding this. So this calls the sunset map mode.draw, right? Whereas if I'm hiding it, well, first of all, it does splice the map mode, which, you know, that's fine, I guess. So that's not ID, so this is an instance. But if, because I'm extending this, right? I believe I am. Load config if local map mode.hide, right? Redraw on hide should be a function, I guess. So I'm loading it from config. It's this new local value. Local value is what I'm passing. So local value is coming into arg1 options. Node editor file. Special function. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this. If this dot options dot on hide, then we call it with this. On hide. This is almost invisible. I hate this this visibility. Call it on map mode. Okay, which is fine, I guess. Special function, map talks geometry, unhide. Right, but if load config is loading it in from you, local key, local value, this.options.unhide, then this should simply be called, right? So, okay. I want to hide method shown or not. And so, because unhide is now a thing, I should be able to go here, unhide one function v, like this. Switch to a German keyboard for some reason. German keyboard. Why am I so quiet? I should be talking more. This here, I can take you and I can hide it by taking a look at the current geometries. Yeah, set geometries. Config object.geometries. So config object, which is this, dot geometries, dot length, geometries, I dot remove, all and whatever instance variables. Then we set config object.geometries this, and then we do config object.instance set geometries nothing. So geometries, right? And then now, if I close you and reload, okay, tracking, boom, gone. Tracking, boom, gone. The clock worked, right? I mean, it still doesn't always work. Because it waits for that to finish drawing, then I can. Okay, so it's still kind of glitchy, but it's better than what there was before. Why am I stretching myself? Anyways, that's gonna be it from me. So yeah, oh, outside, did I show you my tail? I like having a tail. My tail is like really soft and fuzzy. So yeah. So well, Roshi Tech asked me to say goodbye. So yeah, I know it's a funny mouse name. So 2 is green, my favorite bauble. Okay, come on, Green. Why don't you help end this? There we go.